Here's everything you need to know. I own 3 vehicles. The first is an old socialist Yugoslavian car called the Yugo. It has about 50 horsepower and is known as the worst car ever made. I'm gonna have my girl in this thing, and I need a seatbelt for her. You're expendable. With her, not so much. The second is an old 50cc Yugoslav moped called the Tomos. The third is a brand new vehicle I just bought, a Chinese 50cc moped that cost me just over 1,000 euros. I decided to put these vehicles through the test when I got 2 of my friends and we drove all the way from Belgrade, Serbia to the southern border of Bulgaria. In this episode, we make the long journey north back to Belgrade. It's gonna be a really long drive. We have to grapple with the consequences of our poor decision making.
You know what happened? Maybe 2 minutes ago? I crashed.
And we realize that our fellowship might have to break up as I get in the Yugo and speed off to Belgrade alone, leaving my friends behind with the mopeds. I just got some bad news. I'm going to have to leave this party and head to Zagreb, Croatia, immediately. I'm a great friend. All of that and more in this episode. Remember to subscribe. Good morning, everybody. As I was about to leave, I realized I forgot my laundry in the washing machine last night. So I hope it dries quickly because we are super late to get back on the road. Petar, why did you forget the laundry?
I fell asleep.
I like how a lot of the Airbnbs leave candy in them. I like candy. The clothes dried extremely quickly because it's a bajillion degrees as well. I don't know exactly how far we're gonna travel today. We're finally leaving at like 1 p.m. We're just gonna go as fast as we can and see how far we get. We got a parking ticket, or at least I think that's what it is. Anyway, the person who owns the Airbnb said we could park here, right?
No, man.
It's so hot. The steering wheel is burning Petar's poor hands. Petar, what will it take to make you happy again?
Oh, food.
Spiders have made their webs on the mopeds. They emerge from the woodshed after laying dormant for 1,000 years. Whoa. It's gonna be a really long drive back to Belgrade. How many kilometers do we have to go?
Around 300.
300? This Tom is in really good condition. Made in former Yugoslavia, or Slovenia in this case. It's funny, these Toms were produced in Slovenia, but you'll find most of them in Serbia. It's actually the same with these Tomoses. You'll find more Tomoses in Serbia than in Slovenia, where they were originally built. We're gonna go get breakfast for our long journey. I don't know where Petar ran off to, but he's always disappearing, one way or another. I saw a comment the other day that was like, Justice would have never left Belgrade if it wasn't for Petar. Freaking Petar, he's like uncontrollable, you know? He's the reason we're late 9 times out of 10 and why we don't travel. Sometimes Petar's like, chop, let's go. And sometimes he's like, don't do anything, slow down. You're not gonna wear those flip-flops while you ride, are you?
Oh, I go first to the town, come on. I don't like doing smart things.
Come with me if you want to live. I want to explain to you the bakery paradox. If you try to go to a bakery in the afternoon, chances are the selection is not so good.
Yeah,
But if you find a bakery where the selection is good in the afternoon, it's probably a crappy bakery.
True.
And that's why they have a bigger selection. This is classic Serbia. Just sit on a bench in the shade, eat whatever was left over at the bakery, spill yogurt on yourself, that's great.
Jury.
So now we leave Pirot. I got recognized a lot here, a lot. I was just sitting on this bench eating my breakfast and got recognized 5-6 times, just bing, one after the other. It's an interesting feeling to be in a place where I'm so known, so recognized, and people appreciate what I do so much and thinking, you know, who knows how long it'll be before I get back here, if ever again. Petar,
What?
you ready to go?
Yeah.
Lead the way. It's only getting hotter as the days go by. It was much easier on the way down than the way back up. You'd think as we drive, it's like, the wind cools you down, but anytime I hit a hill on the Tomos, I just slow to a crawl, and that sun just... He's probably doing fine on the Ching Chong. How you doing?
Yeah, same thing. My ass hurts.
We stopped at a shack here, which sells beverages I've never seen before. I got this Benny Clacker. It's old flavor, is what it says on the bottle, which would mean tastes like banana. I kind of like it.
So on the t-shirt we have Jugo with the Nishko pivo on top. Nishko pivo, and good beer comes from the south. And it's the same as our Jugo Nish 1884. This gentleman owns this shop and he's very friendly.
Look at this. Look at this driving by.
Irena.
Pa jeste lepa Irena, bro.
Pa lepa.
Lepa.
A ovo mi je druga ćera, ovo mi je žena, ovo mi je unuka od ove ćere.
Pa lepa.
How old is she?
Koliko ima? Godina. Starija 2 godine od mene.
27 godina ima.
27?
Da.
Ja imam 34.
A da, ti si onaj 93.
A eto, onda taman, eto. Ja već stasao čovek, imam dobru platu,
E pa.
sve može.
My fuel light is on. I need to stop at the next gas station or I risk running out. Let's go down this secret path. I don't know how old this dam is, but it's built like an old fortress.
We are now exiting Sićevačka klisura, going to Niš.
Here's my question. Just about every business that we've passed, whether it be a market or a kafana or an auto repair shop, all abandoned, all of them.
We passed 2 active kafanas. And
Where they were active.
yeah,
What
one
makes
on
you
the
say
left.
they were active?
So it's open.
It was open,
Yeah.
but there was nobody there.
Yeah. Half of the businesses are closed for sure. But the reason is because the new highway was built and highway is not passing here. So
It's the same with Route 66 in the United States. Catch this. It's actually really amazing. Kind of majestic in kind of a old, run-down kind of way. I love how this is actually the entrance and exit. You just, you know, climb off the highway here.
we are now entering Niš, and we are now at Mediana, which is an archaeological site next to Niš, where the huge palace was built for Constantine the Great. This city is his birthplace, so he wanted to make a big palace here so he can come and hang out here. Unfortunately, it's closed now, and under the dome, we were told it's stupendously hot, so they closed early. The Romans loved this place because it was full of springs, and remember the road we just came by, which was the most important road east-west in the Roman Empire.
I don't know what we're going to look at, but Petar says I'll be amazed. I see the signs now, something about Skull Tower. Is it real skulls or
Yes.
are you joking?
No. So, in 1809 there was a big battle close to Niš. The battle was between Serbian rebels and the Ottoman army. Serbia started the rebellion in 1804 until 1813. And then we rebelled again 2 years later, and we won our semi-independence. We lost that battle, but the commander of the Serbian rebels, called Stevan Sinjelic, he's kind of a known hero because in his redoubt, Turks were attacking and the Serbians were in kind of redoubt positions, like with the trenches. He told everybody, guys, leave, and then he waited for the Turks to come into redoubt and so on, and blew himself up and the Turks in the trench.
Uh-huh.
So basically we have like
That's where they
army barracks called Stevan Sinjelic. There are basically he's kind of a hero.
That's where they got the skulls.
And then the Ottomans scoured the battlefield, took the heads of 952 heads, boiled the heads, get all the skin off, and build a tower out of heads, so for the future rebellions to be scared. But it failed, and basically, when we got the full independence, the church was built around the tower.
It's honestly quite shocking. I've never seen anything like it in my life. We don't have anything like this in America.
And you don't have anything like this in Western Europe either, brother. Many of them fell out, but few of them still remain.
Whoa, that was heavy. I'm not gonna sleep tonight for sure. I have a hard time describing how raw that is. You just don't see things like that in today's modern, more sensitive time. Something like this, I'm very glad it was preserved. Petar, do you wish to try some traditional Serbian toast?
Never heard about that tradition.
Will you toast me? I've been to Nish once before. I was here to film a commercial for a perfume company. I believe they're called Magic. Really great commercial. It was a big hit, millions of views. And but we didn't really explore the city. And funny enough, we're not really going to explore the city this time either. We're here to hide from the sun, eat toast, get fuel, and continue on down the road as far as we can get before it gets cold. Any thoughts?
No.
What's your favorite part about Nish?
Food, which unfortunately I'm not having now. I'm having some toast.
Petar, I saw a statistic the other day that said that almost 12% of Croatians surveyed had chronic depression. It's one of the highest in Europe. And Serbia has almost 4%. It's not even close. So it says Croatia has triple the amount of chronically depressed people as Serbia.
Okay.
I go into the comments of this survey, and you know what I found is that it said that the commenters were like, this is not a statistic about reality. The statistic is how many people in that country are willing to ask for help, are willing to admit that they have a problem. So the problem in Serbia is just as bad, if not worse, than Croatia, but those people aren't willing to admit it. They're in some kind of denial, and they're not willing to ask for help.
Well, yeah, it's about being a tough guy. You're not supposed to go to the psychologist. You deal with your problems and stuff like that. That's kind of a thing here.
What do you, like, do you think that the mental health in Serbia is more positive than a place like Croatia or Bosnia or whatever?
I would say
worse?
I would say it's worse than in Croatia because they have a seaside. Whenever you have a seaside, people that live on a seaside always feel less depressed than people living inland. You know what's our psychologist? Go to kafana, man. Let's listen to a song.
And self-medicate. Drink a lot.
No, but yeah, you drink a bit and you talk with your friends, you cry, and so on, and you feel better after that. I cry once a year in kafana. It feels good.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I have a proposition. If you would like, you can drive the Yugo. We'll put Alex on one of the bikes.
Right?
If you want.
No, I'm good. You know what happened? Maybe 2 minutes ago, I crashed.
He slid out pretty bad. But,
Now it happened to me. Bike is a bit rough, but and it's even more tilted. Now everything is even more left.
yeah, but he's determined to keep going.
Oh, let's go to Alexina. Then I can have a beer.
The weather got really, really nice. Perfect riding weather here in the evening. And in about an hour, it's going to be too cold for riding. So, Serbia. I just got some bad news. I'm going to have to leave this party and head to Zagreb, Croatia, immediately. I have a sponsorship that just came up that needs to be done ASAP. So, these mopeds are too slow. So, I'm gonna hop in the Yugo and book it to Zagreb. First stop will be Belgrade though. So book it to Belgrade, then to Zagreb. And I'm gonna leave Petar and camera guy Alex behind with the mopeds. This is my life. This is real life.
Jebiga, guys, this is financing the mopeds, the Yugo and everything.
Everything. This is how we
That's
afford
why we
to
went
live.
to Bulgaria.
We went to Bulgaria so we could do a job, and now I'm off to Zagreb so I can do a job, and I would have us all stay together, but there's nothing we can do. Long story short, I'm leaving the group. I'm gonna film a little bit on my own so you guys can keep up with me, and Alex will continue to film so you can keep up with them and make sure Petar doesn't kill himself. But if he does, Alex will get it on camera. We're dividing up all of the gear, finding out exactly what they can carry with them.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna survive, Petar?
Yeah, backpack on the back. We have another bag. We'll buy kurtnas, which is like a strap cables,
How much? Oh, okay.
and we'll put that on the bikes. Man, we're good.
Good luck, Petar. Try not to die.
I'll do my best.
Don't spin out again. We'll see. Look how dirty my windshield is. My steering wheel is on crooked. I've been driving like this for hours. Yes, for those of you wondering if I made it to Belgrade, it's past midnight and I just pulled into city limits. I made it safely. Thank God. Let's see how the other guys did in the morning.
Sem što očigledno da je prevruće danas, a nije ni 11 sati. Ja sam juče upao s motora, kidali sve ovo, stavili, evo, može da se vidi ove litne, zamijenili smo sijalice, a ovi ljudi iz Požege su bili takvi carevi da nam daju alat koji može to da uradimo, pošto nemamo alat naravno, jer je u Jugu, a Jugu nije ovde. I sad ćemo da idemo za Beograd. Živo Aleksinac i prijateljstvo. Dragi gledalci, pravimo jednu tradicionalnu pauzu u mestu koje se zove Ražanj, pored autoputa sever-jug, i plazma, Eurokrem, 5 minuta pauza, idemo dalje. Danas u Paraćinu, pola pije, pola Šarcu daje. Dragi moji, stigli smo u Jagodinu i skuvali smo se. Sad ćemo sedemo da jedemo i da popijemo nešto, čorpicu. Ne mogu više. Sad smo u restoranu Mali Raj i sad ćemo da koljemo jagnjetinu i teletinu kako je Bog rekao. Prijetno je bilo. Joj.
Kad putuješ sa ovim Kinezima, Tomosima i ostalim skalamerijama, kreneš da ceniš luksuz Juga i ostalih automobila koji inače nisu luksuzni.
Znaš koliko boli dupe posle 150 km? Ubija. Ajmo na vod. Evo, put iz Smedereva, Stari, Grocka, Beograd, put je prelepo, gledaš Dunav, uživaš, a ljudi voze kao marijaci. Znači, 2 puta. Još je nama crklo prednje svetlo, tako da se sad malo zentam, ali evo, sunce je zašlo, još uvijek je dan. Mogu bi da pređem na druge nauče. Još malo po Beogradu. Finally, we made it to Belgrade. So, Chinese bike, fine. Sitting position on Thomas is better. So, ass-wise, Thomas is better. One problem with the Chinese bike. Our signal died. Back left. And let's see, we did 753 kilometers in total, which basically means Thomas did the same. end. Thomas survived, but all the lights died just maybe less than 50 kilometers before Belgrade, and I was told that we lost also, I was told, I could hear that shit. We lost also the end of the exhaust, so it was loud. Dun, 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 dun. So finally back home, and it was quite a journey, but enough for one man, I would say, especially for Thomas. Fuck yeah, Yugoslavia, good engineering, Slovenians, continue producing this, trust me.